Hi, guys. It's Linda with Security National Mortgage, and I am here with my co-host.
I'm Steve Schauer with Security National Mortgage.
Steve, thank you so much for joining us today. I know your vast knowledge in the mortgage industry, 30 plus years, is incredibly valuable. And I want to get into it. In your experience, in the 30 years that you have been in this industry, you've owned multiple homes. You know the value of owning real estate, and you do this for a living so that everyday Americans can achieve the dream of owning a home.
I've always thought homeownership was the number one asset in America. You see a lot of videos, I should rent, I should not pay home, I should put 20% down, wait till I have 20% saved. I have several cases over the years of people who have purchased homes, gained the equity. Now, in my reality, my life, everything that I've done, I have never really bought a home just to gain equity in the home, thinking, okay, I'm gonna buy this home because I know it's gonna go up and I want this for an asset. I bought a home for a home. I bought a home to raise the family in. I bought a home to live in. I bought a home where my kids were raised, where it was mine. We could come home and we're not moving every other year. And they have one school district. So I bought it for that. So that's in my always opinion, that's been your first real reason to buy, or more of an anchor, a good setting, ground of where you're at. Then you're building equity and wealth.
And that's almost like a little bonus, right?
Right. That's a bonus. That's always been a bonus. So now I get the buying several homes, and everybody wants to be a homeowner. We see it all over. If I own 100 homes, or I own this many homes, and this, it is not easy to get there. So we all know that the internet and these videos might make it sound easy to get there, but you have to be careful of that nowadays, because we saw that in 2008. Everybody owned 20 homes, and what happened when the market crashed?
Right. And so right now it's an incredibly challenging time. You see this, we see this in the mortgage industry. What's your message to these first-time home buyers? Because I'm in the same boat. I'm not so scared of buying a home because I bought, sold, and I understand the power of owning real estate. But that's a luxury most people just weren't able to afford. And right now, with the high interest rate, low inventory, and the prices of homes, it's almost unattainable for people. And so they just don't do it. They kick the can down the road because they're waiting for that ideal time to buy, not knowing what the ideal time is. Like, they themselves don't know. Nobody does. What's your message? Like, is it actually beneficial to own real estate anymore?
I think it is. I think it's always get into what you can afford. It might not be what you want. We all want the large home with a huge pool and gigantic backyard and a great neighborhood. We all want that. But my message always has been get into what you can afford now. Get into that price range that you know the payment will help you. You know the payment, it might be slightly more than what you thought, but you can get into that payment, it will help you, and then you can always move up. The theory of this is my forever home. And again, I see that on TV things also. We're going to build your forever home. That just isn't a word right now. I don't think that you need to go into that. I've never gone into any of my houses thinking this is my forever home. I'm not ever moving again, because you'll want to build up and either one, make that house better, or two, maybe that house is small and it's time to move to a bigger one. But I always say get what you can at least afford at the moment.
Okay, so I'm going to throw a scenario at you, and I would like, I'm curious about your response. Let's say we have a 2-income family. We have a mommy and a daddy with 3 kids. They're not very well off, but they do work full time. And so what they can afford is essentially right now a 2-bedroom house, 1,200 square foot house. And that is just not realistic because they want their family to be comfortable. They don't want to move forward because right now renting that 5-bedroom house is cheaper.
Or cheaper, or it may be not as much cheaper than the payment, but it's affordable to get into. Because remember, you have to have the down payment potentially. And I can see that scenario as a tough scenario. And we are in a market that's a very high priced market. I get that part of it. I do agree that homeownership is not always for everybody, but most people it really is. And I think you can stretch your boundaries of where you want to live and the areas you want to go to and find that affordable home that they can move into. Might not be a 5-bedroom, might be a 4-bedroom, might have a bigger backyard or a smaller backyard. But there are areas that they can move to. Everybody wants to think they want to live in a certain area, and sometimes you have to expand that area a bit to get a little bit more affordability. That is a challenge. I know everybody says it's a challenge we're all dealing with, but as we expand our area, our vast Las Vegas area, I think more pockets will open up for affordability and or areas that are different prices all around. And we're seeing it already. And I know there's some huge expansions in Las Vegas. We all see that.
And so my message to them is, I love that you say that because, I've been eyeballing Pahrump quite a bit. I think that is the new affordable frontier. It's not too far from Vegas. People from Southern California drive 45 minutes
We'll
to
see
the
all
next
these
town
surrounding
anyway.
areas. Yes, we'll see all these surrounding areas have pockets of places growing up between here and Mesquite, here in Pahrump, here in Laughlin. As we grow out, Boulder City is going to be an area. All these pockets, Caliente's growing, all these areas out here. That's a little bit far up there, but all of them are growing pockets that will expand the horizon of Las Vegas. Soon, here to Pahrump will be houses, in my opinion. I think it's just going to all be houses one day in pockets of areas.
Hence the reason why it is so important. If you are looking to buy, you want to buy, you don't know where to start, houses are not affordable, interest rates are too high right now, that still should not deter our buyers, our clients from reaching out to us and having that conversation, because maybe you are a year out. These suburbs that you're talking about, are in the plans, they're in the works, but so could you. You could also apply now, find out where you stand financially. We can give you the guidance and the plan to qualify when the affordable housing or whatever that sweet spot that you're looking for comes up. You're ready to go.
Yep. That's a great message, Lynn. And I think now's the time to at least talk to someone and put that plan together. What we do. I have clients I've talked to over the years that I've talked to some for 4 or 5 years that haven't found a house yet, and when they do, we're ready. We still have their info and have been talking to them. Make our notes, talk to them. Good info.
And you have already had that conversation with them. How much you can expect to come out of pocket, what their down payment is. You're very good at educating everybody on clear messages. None of this. I feel like people they get very scared of the process because they're not familiar with these big words. So I'm going to put the link to our application in a QR code. Both Steve and I, reach out to us, give us a call, and it doesn't cost you anything to have an initial conversation. It doesn't cost you anything for us to review your financial position.
Great info, Linda.
Thank you, Steve, so much. And then, guys, click that subscribe button, follow us, and we'll talk to you soon.